National Anti-Strahd Association, 5th edition. I am JC, your DM, as sometimes. Alongside us, we have a full complement of players. The first time this has happened in quite some time. We have our good friend Aaron coming back in to join us for as much of Waterdeep Dragon Heist as he can.
I give a speech now?
Yeah, you can, if you'd like.
This one's for the people. They didn't give up on me. I won't give up on them.
Well, yeah, if we want to talk about what happened 2 weeks ago and try to catch Aaron up, and then we'll go ahead and get started with today's stream.
I don't remember what happened 2 weeks ago.
All right.
Makes a DM feel proud.
In Corey's defense, he got really, really drunk.
Rat things, lawyer things, rat things.
Yeah, there's a lot of the lawyer stuff.
Yeah, we wrapped up the conversation where the gang sat there and got their very own civil attorney named Tom Hagen.
I mean, I was hoping that was going to be me.
What's it?
How about I was going to be stepping in as the attorney?
Oh, you very well could. If we ever want to go into like a Phoenix Wright situation.
Just a simple country lawyer.
Yeah. They found out who was targeting their bar, Troll Skull Alley, and furthermore how went into the Shard Shunner's hideout to find the contract that essentially promised that the Shard Shunners would fuck around with Troll Skull Alley. Found a way to get it to their lawyer without the lawyer knowing exactly how the party got it, and they were able to win damages. Apart from that, they went in to continue helping the Zentarum out in order to finish getting the capital to build the rest of their casino and bar and fight club. And well, it's really Caesar's Palace in Waterdeep. So when we pick up again, we're a couple of weeks down the road. It's now the soft opening for Troll Skull Alley. As we find, there's a couple of people who came in. It's right at the start of your opening shift. We were trying to get money. You see Damros and Vash the Stampede behind the bar, with Varm sitting right next to it, very intent on enjoying the fruits of everybody else's labor. Whose main job so far is intimidating people into security. Royal and Nicodemus are working around the room, acting as hosts, as there's a couple of people around. You do find in one of your new patrons at the soft opening a small gnome with a very thick accent. Normally, gnomes have very easily understood common. This one's a little bit tougher. He looks slightly morose, and he keeps on checking over his shoulder. YOLO, any other details you'd like to add?
Yeah, the name's Yalo. What kind of name's YOLO?
All right.
What kind of name is Nicodemus anyway?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, what kind of name is Nicodemus? I believe it's pronounced Demo.
Yeah.
It's an excellent name.
Yeah. First off, what kind of name is Scott?
No one knows.
Yeah, one syllable, pretty weak.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kind of my like satchel, making sure that I'm holding on to something. Just kind of nervously looking around.
Sweet deal.
It's been classic.
Vash, I know you and Damros had something that you wanted to cover.
Oh, are you talking about me using my newfound proficiency with brewer's tools to try to teach him how to make beer?
Yep.
Yeah. So you take this powder stuff and you put it in the water and you leave it for weeks.
That sounds complicated.
Sounds boring.
Yeah, but it's really good after that.
Well, in the process of this, I managed to have blown up the kitchen at least once or twice somehow, even though there is nothing explosive involved.
All right. Yeah. Do me a favor, Mike. After Damaros goes through all this training, can you do me a favor, roll a D100 and see what the outcome of it is?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make you the Irish kid from Harry Potter?
How's a 98 feel?
Okay, you sat there, and on your 5th attempt, you finally got it right. The proportions are almost immaculate. This is the best swill that you've ever found. And as you go and pour it, and you take away the mash and all the stuff that'll make you go blind and pour it, you fill up a single flask. And that's it. And you look to Vash, and Vash just looks proud of himself.
I just
Told you I'd teach you how to do it.
I just nod my head, tie it to my hip, give it a quick pat, and wander out into the soft opening.
One of the other patrons just sit there and goes like, "Hey, excuse me, ain't there supposed to be more that comes out of that?"
Not for you.
Yeah, okay.
This is a craft beer, and you can only craft so much of it.
It's got wonderful notes of sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter with just a hint of lemon.
That sounds like a tiefling's favorite beer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would drink it.
Yeah, that sounds poisonous if you ask me. Yeah, other things that you go around the room seeing is everyone has noticed that there's some new trinket on Varm's belt. But either due to the fear of just Varm mocking you and other business to attend to in the opening, no one has actually asked him about it. But at a certain point, anybody have anything they want to do on the soft opening before I change things?
Well, I'm going to be eyeballing the skittish gnome. He looks like an easy mark.
I'm gonna ask for a drink.
Sweet deal.
I guess Vash is in front of me. Bartender.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna brood in the corner.
Who's the ninja warrior next to me?
That is a patron. Don't worry about it.
So,
He's buying stuff from us. Don't worry.
Look, just because people have knives doesn't mean that they're angry.
that's true.
Speaking of which, Aaron, I need to give you control of your character.
Oh, yes.
That might be helpful.
Yeah, I want to be here.
There's Yalo, don't call me YOLO Grumpkins.
I
So,
lived more than once.
do we still? So I'm assuming we have like basically two beers right now. Really 1.5, because one is the stuff that we got, like the ability to sell from the crazy mushrooms in the forest, and then the other one would be the skunked ghost beer.
The ghost sits there and writes in the dust, "I prefer you call it aged."
Like cheese.
Without looking at which cask I'm actually filling up the glass from, I give Yalo the aged ghost beer.
Yep. Yalo, will you partake?
Thank you very much.
I approve.
Keep the store next to me open for my boss is coming.
Point of order, we may want to describe our characters to Aaron before we get too far into this.
We very well white, because right now all he's got is a token with their name on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you really need.
Name.
Yeah, and one of us only has the middle half of their name.
I got a couple of cat pictures on D&D Beyond also.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yep.
the individual that just served you is known as Vash the Stampede. The original Vash the Stampede, because we have a identity crisis thing going on in the group where everybody's Vash the Stampede, kind of like Spartacus. But he is a like a little bit over 6 foot tall tabaxi with jaguar colored fur, wearing just like a simple leather tunic, with like some hand wraps, and is just very excitedly kind of like looking over you and like seeing if you want to like talk, and also just like watching what everybody else is doing at the same time.
Yep. Moving down the line, we'll go to Damros.
All right. I am playing a male tiefling who, unlike most tieflings, leans heavily towards his demonic lineage. But I have dark blue skin with black hair. My eyes are slitted pupils like a cat's, but they glow kind of a bright red. With that, I don't have any blunted teeth, all of mine are pointed, with a bifurcated tail. I cast no shadow as I move, and I have wings that I keep tucked under a cloak behind my back.
Nicodemus.
Yeah, I'm also a tiefling, but my description's much plainer. I'm medium.
Mm-hmm.
It's across the board.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yep.
So I put it all in
Royal.
the story.
I am a big strong man, but I wear a like a black fur mask at all times and kind of try to pass for a tabaxi. You can tell like something is wrong with me.
No.
And yeah, basically, I think I'm this like vigilante spirit person, and yeah, I'm just a crazy person who doesn't really remember who he was, is the gist of it.
Is Royal your superhero name, or is that your?
That's the only name I have.
Okay.
Well, he also has Bash the Stampede, but it's.
I
not
also
really
Bash the Stampede sometimes, but I'm open to new names, I guess.
I feel like Royal is his given name, but who gave it, we're not sure.
Yep, nobody knows.
Hey,
All
can
right,
I
and
my backstory? Who here's read my backstory?
I have because I'm the DM.
Yeah, no one else can read it.
But I spent a lot of time on this,
Okay.
so I'd like to read this. Without further ado, I, Nicodemus, have been made fully aware that there is something out there that is even more powerful than my patron, for I've been compelled to write about myself. So without further ado, I, like so many of my kind, have found that the world in which I'm a part of is not a kind one. In the beginning, I did what I had to in order to survive. Thus, for a while, I was part of a less than savory business organization. Sort of like now. After a while, I realized this was not the path that was going to get me what I want, which is power. To have the ability to stand on my own, to fear nothing. So I made a pact, which, to be quite honest, was pretty easy due to my infernal lineage. Now the game is afoot, for my patron would eventually have me commit acts which are inherently evil. I chose to use my power the way I see fit. The struggle is real. I walk on the razor's edge every day. To not give in to my inner demons. Pun intended. Who says tieflings don't have a sense of humor? Ha! After all, the world sees our kind basically as a lateral move from a half-orc. As if. I'm not out to prove to the world my worth, as so much to prove to myself my own self-worth, even at the cost of dancing with the devil. Thanks for letting me read that.
All right, and now finally, Varm, Nefarious.
I'm a bit of a rough-looking asshole. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Like bad Mexican food, rough looking, or
Keep talking, funny guy.
All right.
Yeah, as you look at it, is based off of you see he's a human, but his head is way taller than that of any human you've seen, and his hair kind of accentuates it. But at the same time, it doesn't look out of place because the rest of his body is just fucking huge as well.
Dancing situation.
Yeah, if you ever look at him, you're kind of certain that he sees the world only in black and white. and he might have a difference of opinion between who the real hero is in Lord of the Rings, because he probably didn't like Frodo Baggins.
Who did?
So kind of like Zangief, crush man's head between legs like sparrow's eggs.
I mean, that might be Barm's choice and not mine. Yeah, but yeah. So YOLO, there's a one of the concoctions from behind the bar gets served out in front of you.
It
It
smells
is-
like beer.
Yeah, it smells similar to beer, and the great thing for you is that they haven't bought multiple sized cups, so you really have a full pint.
I'm gonna sniff that. I'm gonna prestidigitate that into something a little more palatable.
All right.
I'm
All
gonna go
right,
with a classic cherry cola.
As you do so, it begins to smell more like a mead. There's notes of honey. There's floral fragrances. And then,
I'll actually consume that.
all right.
I like watch him do this. I like stick my face like an inch from the liquid itself. Be like, whoa, how'd you do that?
And
All
as
right,
they're doing this, I want to see what's in that bag he's clutching at.
First off, we're gonna keep going with
None of your
yellow.
business.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw, yellow.
Oh no. That's a 10 adjusted 11.
All right, so prestidigitation works on a lot of senses. The scent of it being one of the primary ones, and it does improve the taste a little bit. But this alcohol has clearly aged like milk.
Ew.
Yeah, and it's very inconsistent, lumpy. It feels more like a sludge that goes down your throat, but it does get you fucked up.
So how is it?
It works. It tastes
Hey, we
like
got first satisfied-
farm looks.
Are your eyes supposed to be cross-eyed?
I've never seen them before.
At this point, Damrose, give me a little bit more information. What are you trying to look in?
That bag that he keeps clutching at his side, that he's nervously fingering.
All right. Based off of that, because he's actively fuddling with the bag, it's going to be contested rolls. Your sleight of hand versus YOLO's investigation at advantage because he's once again actively moving around.
But he's fucked up.
Back.
I believe his name is Yallo.
Yeah.
So too.
I'm sorry, that's my gnomish accent.
Deeply offended.
I got a 22.
All right.
The first one was 19 adjusted. The second one is not that, so 19 adjusted.
All right. You definitely are able to put your hand into the bag, and as soon as you see that he's about to change the position of the bag, come out, go right in with the next hand. As you're coming around, and you feel this kind of smooth surface with 3 grooves into it.
Gross, it's a vibrator.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sounds like a tiny bowling ball.
That's a 11.
You feel like as soon as you make contact with it, there's a headache that goes on your head. And you feel something searching your memory.
With that, I'm letting go of this. Fuck this thing.
Yeah, but when you let go, it's still searching. And about 30 seconds later, it stops, and you don't feel any different than your normal self.
Yep, fuck that thing.
Yep.
Yep, I just look at Vash as he's fasting and just go, fuck that thing.
Yep.
Bartender.
At this point,
Sitting next to me, I said, keep that open.
You heard the guy, Nico. Scoot over.
Sorry, my boss is coming, and he would not like someone sitting in his spot.
somebody was actually able to sit there and move one of my tokens along with them. That's crazy. There we go. So now I'm going to put Nico back to where he belongs. There you go. At this point, another guy comes up, and he begins to walk over. He goes like, yeah, quick question about that. This is anyone who is around Damros or Nicodemus. Based off the position now, just Nicodemus. Do me a favor and roll a perception check.
Include yellow.
Not include yellow.
Ooh, 7.
7. You see a partially obscured neck tattoo on this guy, and you're not sure what the tattoo really indicates. But he comes up and he just sits there and says, "Hey, I got a question here. Who is your boss? I think we work for the same guy."
I don't think we work for the same guy.
Hold up. I'm talking to the drunk one.
Oh.
Might be any.
Me?
Yes, you. Who is your boss?
I may be drunk, but I'm not that stupid. And the count of 3, we say it together.
All right. We can do this. 1, 2, 3. Xanathar says his regards.
Never remember. Okay, what did you say?
And as soon as he gets out, Xanathar sends his regards. Boom! You see a knife that comes right to you. And
Stabbing our first customer.
does a 14 hit.
Well, I'm a squishy, so yes.
Yeah. All right. At this point, you'll take 3 damage.
As a reaction to
piercing
hearing
damage.
Xanthars, can I chuck a knife at that guy?
No.
Damn.
And let me change a couple of things here. Token layer. And we'll see some old tokens that I used from Curse of Strahd.
Esmeralda.
There's a lot more ninjas.
What?
There's a lot more ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
Are they paying customers?
Somewhere.
Huh. I didn't think our stuff was that bad, guys.
Were all these patrons already in the bar?
Yeah.
Are they all after Yellow?
Well, one is after Yellow. These guys right here, this one, you know these individuals as rank and files and Tarim soldiers. Whereas these individuals
We can't
send
see
their
anything
regards.
you're pinging.
I haven't seen a single ping.
Okay, so the guy, what's that one right there?
Well,
You want to know why? It's because I'm on GM Info Overlay. These guys here send their regards.
to who?
To Yellow. These guys here, rank and files and Tarim agents. So you knew those guys when they walked in because they helped in some ways set up your bar. And at this point, because there was an attack, let's go ahead and everybody roll initiative.
Okay. Well, from the sounds I'm hearing, I might still be up pretty high.
Yeah, you probably are.
Okay, so now is probably a good time to mention that Yellow's not really helpful in combat. More of a illusionist, Michael.
What if we called what you do a trick?
Yourself not right there.
Yeah. Let's start off with 25 to 20.
Crickets.
I'll take one of those.
Do you have one of those?
No, I'll take one.
Okay, then you're not getting one. 15 to 20.
More crickets.
16.
Oh.
All right. 10 to 15.
10.
12.
All right, so we've got Yellow. We've got the ash. All right. Varm, what'd you get?
9.
And then Damaros?
7.
Look, we were busy. We weren't ready for a fight. Running a bar.
All right. At this point, we're going to start off with we'll have an individual barging in through the door and coming right behind the bar.
I got a 9 also.
Oh, I thought I had yours already.
No, what'd you have?
Oh, never mind. It's because you made the joke that I got confused.
Ooh, a Jedi mind trick.
Yeah. Remember, we got 6 people in the party now. There's a lot more going on than
Maths.
we've doubled our party in size since the first session.
That's true.
Yep. And then she's gonna come. Yeah. So this individual comes in and is grabs a bead from her necklace and throws right here. So Yalo, Vash, Nicodemus, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I think I get advantage. Or not advantage on these. No, just +2. Shit.
17.
Okay, pass.
14.
Pass.
I'm at 11.
Pass. All right. As this comes down, there's a small ring of fire that comes through, and everyone is sitting there and able to duck under it except for Yalo, who sits there and just stays where he's at and just passes over his head and singes a little bit of hair. All of you take 1 point of fire damage.
I have resistance to fire.
It's still 1 point.
Yeah.
Because it was 2, dropped to 1 because you passed the check, but because it,
Can't go any lower than that, unfortunately.
Yep. That brings us to Royal.
All right. I am going to rage.
What makes you angry?
I send my regards.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Quick question. Did we have all our hit points back from the last time?
Yes, everyone's at full health.
You said it's been a couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna jump on the table and then jump there and then go there. 5, 10. I'm running at this guy.
All right.
And then swinging my greatsword.
Sweet deal.
So I'm gonna take extra damage if I hit him. And I do hit him.
What'd you roll?
Because I rolled a 24.
That actually super hits.
Okay. So that'll be 14 slashing.
All right. This guy is barely breathing. He's like that one script song that everybody listened to for a week in college. Still alive, but barely breathing. Yeah. At this point, anything else you want to do with this turn?
How much movement did I just use?
30, you said?
5, 10, 15, 20, 28. Yeah, that's fine. I'm good. I'm done.
All right. Next up is all the members from Xanthar's Guild. We're going to start with them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is one that I forgot to move layer on. Computers are tough, guys.
Mm-hmm.
This one jumps through the window. That moved the map. What am I doing?
The whole earth moved.
You guys feel an earthquake. Dexterity saving throws. No.
Can I run away?
From the earthquake?
Yes.
No. So we got 5, 10, 15. Dexterity saving throw to see if he doesn't trip over the table. It's a natural 1, so he's going to be prone right after falling off the table. That did not go the way I wanted it to.
I waxed some of the tables, but not all of them.
And only on some spots.
We'll go 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's all the Zans I've got in there. Yes. So we're going to start off on the map, moving left to right. We're going to have this guild agent attack the Zentarum agent.
So I'm clear. The Zentarum are on our side.
You have no idea.
It seems like we've got friends in low places.
I got stabbed by one of the other guys, so safe to assume they're not on my side.
Okay.
Also, Yalo, Xanathar sends his regards seems to be some sort of a like slogan or catchphrase being bandied about by the Xanathar's guild associates.
So
That's why it made me so angry.
And then this one next to Vash is going to strike at him. That is a 16 plus 4, adjusted 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And this one will end up doing 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
Yep. This one up here is going to make another strike at Yalo. And that is a natural 5. So unless your AC is a single digit, I think you're safe. Yeah. As he sits there, he lunges forward with you with the dagger again. He goes like, "More regards."
More. Beauregard.
And then this one is gonna sit there and attack Royal. That is a 14 to hit.
Nope, miss.
Miss. All right. Apparently, the blood loss has really affected his. Next up, we're gonna have Yalo.
all right, I'm gonna use a cantrip poison spray on that guy. It's a DC save of 13.
Okay. What?
What skill?
Constitution, sorry.
Con.
Constitution?
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural 3.
Okay, so he takes a 1d12. That's a 9.
9 damage. All right.
And then for my bonus,
And what was the cantrip that you were using again?
Poison spray.
Poison spray. As this one comes through, as you blow this powder into his face, he just begins hacking, and foam begins to come through. And right now, it doesn't look like it's completely choked him, but he does look like incredibly rabid and is having a hard time breathing. Next up,
I'm going to use a bonus action, actually.
Next up will be your bonus action.
Yes. I am going to, like a bitch, Misty Step away from there.
All right. And where would we like to end up?
Right down here.
Cool. Now you're all done?
I guess. I say, thanks for your regards.
Then we'll have this one coming up here. And is not able to make an attack to anybody, but readies her great sword. Well, next we'll have Vaash the Stampede.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the guy next to me with my Yikawa.
Mm-hmm.
Or try. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 just barely hits.
Okay. That's gonna be 11 damage.
Okay.
And then I will. I'll use my offhand strike, or my offhand strike.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Naturally hits.
So that's going to be 10 bludgeoning damage.
Explain to me how you send your regards.
I just like crack him across the side of the head with the end of the Yikawa, and then I just like straight up just put my palm out and shove his nose through his head.
Okay. That brings us down to Farm is next up.
All right, so a little out of game is needed here. I don't know how this pistol works. I don't know if I have been given bullets. I don't know how many it shoots at one time. I was not able to find any of that out.
Okay, so you have kind of like an old Western 6-shooter. Don't worry about ammo. I'm not going to count.
I mean, I don't mind paying the gold to get it. I just don't know if I've gotten any.
No, like you'll have what you need for the battle. Like, don't worry about that. What I'm trying to tell you is, as a DM, I do not count ammo because I don't care to count ammo. As long as you can count exactly how much is remaining in the chamber, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can actually get a gun in here, or is that something you guys do?
No, you
I
can't.
already. I have a gun.
It's a new addition from Critical Role.
Oh, so it's not in the handbook.
No, it's a special fighter subclass.
It is on D&D Beyond, the D&D Beyondiest.
All right. Well, why not give that a try? All right. So I sigh because I got to put my beer down. Now I'm pissed. I pull the pistol from my holster or my belt or whatever it's stowed in.
I'm imagining you're not Plaxico Burrissing yourself, so it's in a holster.
I want to shoot at this asshat right here.
All right, just to remind you, this is a ranged attack on a prone enemy. This would have disadvantage.
Sorry.
Well, I don't have to get up from my bar stool, so that's easiest.
All right, cool. Go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. Plus, I got to roll with disadvantage. Okay. Good Lord. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 just barely hits.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. 10. What in the fuck does a 10 look like? Okay. I think I got one. Yep. What's the deal with the misfire thing, too?
So if you end up rolling a natural 1 or like underneath its misfire range,
Which
it
one?
Yeah, it ends
That I
up
was able to find.
Yeah, it ends up jamming the gun, and you can spend a bonus action to clear it. But if you're not able to clear it on the first attempt, the pistol is unusable until you spend time repairing it.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So you do hit, so 1d10 plus 4 damage.
11.
All right. As this one comes through, you sit there and put it right through his shoulder. He's about to sit there and get up, and you put it on the load-bearing shoulder, and he immediately just face plants into the ground. And then let me make sure I know exactly how many attacks you have. Cool. 1 attack per action. You have... Let me make sure I remember exactly how much you have. I want to say 5 more in your shots before you have to reload. Okay.
Right.
After that, yeah. Anything else you want to do?
No, because I haven't thought about anything, so I'll spend this next round trying to figure out what I want to do.
Okay. Nicodemus.
Yeah. Well, I don't have one of those cool things, so I'm just going to go to the straight, basics and just blast him with an eldritch beam of pure magic. That sounds
Okay.
a little better now, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So
just remember it's a ranged spell and you have someone within melee range of you, so it'll be at disadvantage.
I often wonder how is it disadvantage when it's right in front of me, but okay.
Have you ever tried to shoot a bow at somebody from 2 feet away?
Absolutely.
They kind of notice.
You know when you had toddlers and you were trying to do something that involved detail and they'd come right up to your face and just annoy the shit out of you? That.
He's actually just screaming into your ear like R. Lee Ermey. Just, I'm sending my regards.
I just want to say I rolled a natural 20, and then the other one was 5, so 11.
11 just barely hits.
What a waste of a 20. So let's see what kind of damage it does. It's actually a pretty powerful spell. 4. Take that.
This has so much, this has so much magical power that the blast itself breaks his nose and most of his facial bones, and he kind of looks like one of the ghouls from Fallout 4.
Oh, a feral ghoul.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. Anything else you want to do this turn?
Yeah, I can attack again, right? He's still kicking?
No, because you don't have the. Yeah, nobody has the spell driver feat yet.
What's that?
So one of the things that we did in our higher level campaigns that we kind of took away since we started at level 1 was the spell driver, which is how you were allowed a main action spell and a second or under spell as your bonus. Just because everyone's third level, we're holding off on that until later in the campaign.
Okay, well, can I attack with my hand axe?
You cannot.
Yeah.
No.
So what
All
are
right. So the only spells that you'll be able to cast with a bonus action right now are the ones that specifically say bonus action spell. So YOLO is able to do it, or Yalo is able to do it because Misty Step requires a bonus action, not an action.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm all set for offense.
Yep.
So I can't really do anything, huh?
You can move.
Yeah, I'm going to move. I'm going to give myself some space and put myself in between these other ones.
All right. And then once you do that, it is Damros's turn.
Alrighty. I'm going to take a play from Varm's book, and I'm not going to get up from my stool from sitting next to him. I'm going to shoot somebody with a short bow. Go after the one over by Royal.
All right. Roll to hit.
Alrighty. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Which means I will also get my sneak attack damage.
It does.
And I need another d6. I'm not going to pull one. Nope. 11, 14.
All right. As this one meets his untimely demise. Oh my god, this map's so big. You see as the capable of flying tiefling just kind of sits there, groans a little bit, doesn't even look away from his beard, just grabs his crossbow, points it towards the guild agent that Royal was going after, and just fires blindly. Hits it straight in the neck, and boom, just face first into the ground.
I just followed the screams.
Yep. That brings us to the Zentarum agents, where you'll see this one scream, "Hold on, that's the guy! Get him!" as he points to Yalo. As this one will invoke an attack of opportunity as 5, 10, 15, 20 from the guild agent, but that's a miss. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nicodemus has an attack of opportunity if he so chooses.
So they're after Yalo too?
Yes, they're also after Yalo.
We got to start screening our clientele.
This is why we have a fighting pit.
And why we have a speakeasy.
Is anybody willing to listen to conversation here before we continue on? What is the meaning of this? Can't we all just talk?
Remember, you're on a reaction right now. You can either attack with your hand axe or not.
All right, I'm going to attack with my hand axe because, quite frankly, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but sharp edges always help the situation. Wow. Hold on a second here. I have 9.
A 9, unfortunately, misses.
Third level blows.
Yep. As this one was going to come up 5, 10, 15, and is going to hurdle the bar to come over here and use the rest of his movement, and is going to attack the person who's got her sword ready. However, she had a ready to attack as well. You're watching the DM play with all of his toys. She missed with the great sword. He had a natural 1 with his long sword. And now as we come back up here, we'll have 2 attacks with Yalo. These are unarmed attacks. The first one's a natural 3. I'm rolling great today. The second is a natural 19 to Yalo. That hits.
Yeah.
1 point of bludgeoning damage. And that brings us back to the top with Esmeralda coming in. She's going to go 5, 10, 15, and we'll make an attack at Irina. It's a natural 17 and does 5 piercing damage with her rapier. Royal.
All right. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, and then run at this guy
Okay.
and take a swing with my greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 18 to hit.
18 hits so hard.
And it'll be 11 plus 5 plus 5.
So 21 damage.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Plus 3.
So 18 damage.
Yes.
Still enough.
To capacitate.
Yeah, his kappa was detated. Yep. Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
With my new ability to, since I already used all my movement, to dash as a bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm going to stand there. So I just need to move 5 more feet.
Okay. Then let me move this guy down a layer so that we can actually see where you're at. There we go. Next up, I have Xanathar's agents. So we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, and jumps on top of the bar, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. This one's going to come stand up. There's half his movement. And we'll go here. Nope, that moves everything, not the character. And once again, we're going to start with the left. This one is going to throw a dagger at Irina here. And that is not going to hit. This one is going to throw a dagger at Vaash. That's a natural 19, a 22 to hit.
Hits.
That will be 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
This one is going to make a stab at Damros. That is a 16 to hit.
Let's see here. I believe that hits.
All right. That comes down to 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the last one is going to make it a strike at Nicodemus. That is a 15 to hit.
Oh man, just barely.
And that will be 6 piercing damage. All right. After that, that ends the Xanathar's Guild agent's turn. Yellow has his mic turned off, so we'll get to his turn as soon as that he's available to go on.
I would like to use my reaction.
Yes. What would you like to use your reaction on?
Oh, they were buried. That's why. Because I am level 3 now, I can use an ability to move half my movement speed if an enemy ends his turn within 5 feet of me without provoking opportunity attacks. I would like to.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so I'll go right there.
All right. And then, so we'll have Big Ass McSword right here. We'll sit there and make an attack at Esmeralda. And that will hit. And where's my 2d6? And that does 10 damage as a slash comes right across the chest of Esmeralda. Yellow, are you ready to go?
Yeah, we had a Amazon delivery.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Everyone knows that the Amazon delivery guys are the most offensive to dogs.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They don't have the
'cause they
brown
don't-
pants.
Yeah, but they don't bring treats.
Not yet. They haven't figured it out.
But Yellow, it is your turn.
All right, we're just gonna poison spray again the guy right in front of me.
Okay.
That's DC 13, a Constitution.
By the guy in front of you, do you mean the the Zentarum guy?
It's
Or
Royal.
Yes.
He meets me.
Diagonal.
All right, so that is a Constitution save. That's a natural 2.
Okay. And that is 7 damage.
All right. Once again, you're like the Scarecrow in the Batman movies. Everyone around is just beginning to freak the fuck out.
Including me.
Yeah. Royal might be taking notes because, from what it appears to him, his pocket sand is really fucking up these guys' day.
This is Royal's first character, or this is Scott's first character in the wild that doesn't have poison spray as a cantrip.
It's true.
Then we'll have Vaash the Stampede.
Okay. I would like to start out with my free action, thumbing at a sign that I hung above the bar that I had Royal draw for me that says "No fighting outside of the fighting pit," and Royal has linked that in the chat. And I'm gonna keep punching people in the face until you all stand down, and then I'm going to attack the Zentarum guy next to me with my Yikowa.
All right. Let me see how much damage.
It could be a 24 to hit.
Hits so hard.
For 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
Um,
Still alive.
And then I'm going to use my music key point to do flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna hit him with I'm gonna hit him with my furry bows. My furry bows.
Your furry blows.
That's gonna be an 8 on the first hit.
Misses.
And on the second one, I rolled 2 2s. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just furiously throwing elbows for no reason.
The punches landed a lot of fur, but not actual like meat. Yep. That brings us up to Varm.
What the?
All right, I'm going to continue to use the pistol
Okay.
and take a shot at the guy who jumped up onto the bar.
Sweet deal.
That is a 22 to hit
22 hits.
for 8 piercing damage.
Okay. Given the attacks that he had taken earlier, this one not only knocks him off the bar, but a good 10 feet back. Turns out this gun's got some firepower to it. Muzzle velocity is a thing, and I don't know if that's what applies here, but it's a thing.
Vash just looks at Varm and goes, "That was so cool."
I look at the gun towards the side, and as the smoke is rising from the barrel, little admiration going on right now.
Yep. Just to let you know, Corey looked this up for me. The pistol carries 4 rounds, not 6. Mistake.
10-4.
Yep. Yeah. Then we got Nicodemus.
All right. So I'm gonna go with the ninja above me, and I'm gonna do chill Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. So okay, Eldritch Blast. I got a 14.
14 hits.
Cool. One.
It hit, but it was more of a glancing blow than a bust your face blow. Yeah, that bring. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's because I bought a Foster's today. You ever have a Foster's beer?
Yeah, the ginormous Australian beer.
Yeah, it brewed in USA. It says.
Yeah. I said it's Australian for beer, not made in Australia.
I can't. I'm really hurt and disappointed in it now. You know.
Stupid American products. Damros.
All right. So seeing all this going on, I go, let's see here. What's the biggest threat we got? Fuck it. Save the fat fairy. He owes us money for drinks. And I'm going to take a shot at the Zentaur guy over there.
Okay.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Hits so hard.
And using my sneak attack. 6 plus. That's 13 damage.
All right. This one sits there and gets like you're really aiming for next today, and is enough to blow out that Zentarum agent.
Okay. And then with that, I'll just use my movement to come over here and stand in his corpse to give our one and only patron, who actually has the opportunity to pay us, a little more cover.
All right. I'm gonna move him
also
to the
standing
team.
on a
It's
corpse.
just yeah. First off, guys, if we're gonna start teabagging corpses in D&D, I'm gonna let you know I'm with it.
We're just standing on them.
Yep. But next up is the one remaining Zent, who is going to sit there and make an attack at Irina, who's got the great sword. But that's a natural 4, and he's had a natural 1, natural 4. He's really effective in this battle. That brings us up to Esmeralda, who just got attacked by Irina. She's going to attack with her rapier. That will hit and does the full 10 damage. All right. Royal, next up.
Okie doke. No one is here, so I'm gonna step up here. I'm gonna take out that pistol I have,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna pistol whip him.
All right. So this will be an improvised weapon. So the attack roll will be a D4.
The attack roll's a D4, or the damage
The
if
damage
I hit.
roll. Yeah,
Okay.
if you hit. My bad.
It's like it's just like an auto fail.
Who knew that words mean things?
So I rolled a 14, so it's still a +5 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so 19 to hit,
Yep.
and then the damage is a 3.
That's exactly what you needed to knock this guy down.
I just look over like that's how you use a gun, right?
Yeah, for the record, Scott took the gun. Scott did not take any bullets for the gun.
But I don't know that yet.
Nope. All right, that brings us up to the 2 remaining Zans. This one's gonna grab. Gonna move here, and is gonna make an attack on Irina, which will miss.
I was moving there to end my turn.
Now, well, if that's the case, you're the most pressing threat, so that guy's gonna attack you then, and that is a 14 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
All right, that brings us down to Yellow.
Yellow.
I'm gonna use my. Can I use my action to do like a perception check?
Okay. And what are you trying to perceive?
If the guy who stabbed me first took the thing I had with me.
All right, go
My
ahead.
kind of feeling if I have it still on me, I guess, would be the.
All right, yeah. So at the moment, you do feel that it's still there. Yeah, yeah. The item has not left your bag yet.
Okay. Let's see. In that case, I'm going to cast a fog cloud.
Okay. Amazon deliveries, more than one.
It just suddenly appears, though. I gotta check that. 1, 20 foot within range. Just point and click. So I'm gonna make the 20 inch or the 20-foot radius appear right around me.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do then is you stay right where you're at. I'm gonna do aura 20 foot. Everybody can see that?
Nope. You gotta change the advanced things so that we can see the aura.
There we go. Now everyone can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's the gas. Yeah, like Royal, you particularly are not sure of this, but it seems like someone has made the gaseous fart based off the sound of the spell. And you turn around, and you look to see where all your friends are, and you're having you can see figures, but you're not really sure. So you may want to talk to people about what the beer's made out of. Yep. All right. Anything else you want to do, Yellow?
Can I, as a
Gonna move
reaction,
back
move
until I
out of it?
feel the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, go for it.
Yep. All right. Then Irina will be up next. She is going to make a strike at this Xanathar's guild agent. Natural 1. That brings us to Vash.
Okay. Still watching like everything's been going around about me. I was like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna keep punching, and so I'm gonna swing at the guy in front of me. That's gonna be a 9 to hit.
Misses.
Fuck me. All right. I'll burn another key point to do furry elbows. All right. So the first one is going to be a 23 to hit.
Hits.
All right. That's going to be for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Knock the guy out cold.
All right. And then can I then like step over him and just take a swipe at Irina?
Yes.
All right. That last flurry of blow shot is 13 to hit.
13 to hit Irina does not hit.
Damn. Okay.
All right. After that, we've got Varm.
All right. So, which of the two former Strahd characters are on or against us?
Both are against you. From what it seems, is that both characters have attacked all parties. Right now, the fight looks more like a free-for-all than it does a concerted strike attempt.
Personally, I'm just punching anything next to me.
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt to give Vash a little aid then, and I want to try to fire my pistol at that guy right there.
Do it. Regular roll.
Ouch. All right. So I met the misfire.
Okay. So for your bonus action is you can make a dexterity check. And if your dexterity check, let me sit there and pull this up. I believe if your dexterity check is to acquire proficiency. If your dexterity check is 10 or over, the gun is repaired.
So I roll a 20, and if it's 10 or more.
Yep.
Okay. Well, since I got the 1 out of the way on this one, hopefully. That's a 16, unadjusted.
All right. So you'll still add your dexterity to it, but that's enough to clear the jam. You lost the bullet in the clip. You've got 1 remaining. Nicodemus.
All right. So I'm going to move here so I can get a clear shot on that guy with an Eldritch Blast.
Which guy is that guy?
The ninja next to Royal.
Okay.
So that's an 18.
Hits really hard.
For 8.
8. All right. You guys just keep on going after it next. This is an Eldritch Blast straight to the neck. You hear the guy gasping for air, grabs his neck, but still alive. Anything else that you'd like to do?
No, my guy's 3rd level. He can't do anything.
All right, Damros. Mike, you're
Thank you.
Yep.
Seeing this wonderful cloud of shite show up, so I can't see anything, I start muttering insults under my breath about damn wizards and their spells and all this bullshit. And I'm gonna work my way out. And work my way over here. And I'm gonna give Vash a hand against. Screw it. That was what? 5, 10, 15, 20. No, 20. 25. I'll go right there. And I'm gonna whip out my rapier and make a stab at that guy.
Sweet deal.
So that will be. That is an 11.
11 just barely hits.
Okay. 58, 2d6. That is 16 points of damage.
That is enough to drop this asshole.
Alrighty. And that concludes what I am capable of at the moment.
Okay. We have no Zents remaining now, so we have Ez coming up. She kind of looks around, grabs a bead from her necklace, and throws it straight into the ground. And let me make an aura right now so that you can see. All right, so I'm going to need Irina, Vash, Damros, that Xanathar's agent, Royal, Nicodemus, Varm, all need to make dexterity saving throws.
That sounds scary.
15.
16.
Can I use my inspiration to?
Yes.
Okay.
2.
17.
Okay.
I would also like to use my inspiration to reroll.
Do that.
Good God, it's the same fucking number.
All right. Who rolled a less than 13?
That'd be me.
Okay.
Arm.
All right. Nicodemus, you still take half damage because it's fire. Varm will take full damage. Irina will take full damage. And Esmeralda will take full damage. YOLO, on this one, you feel force right at your chest, and it throws you back towards the wall on this one. You don't take damage, but you were forced against the wall. All of you feel the air get incredibly dry, and there's this crackle around as you feel this massive energy kind of blow up. For those of you, in other campaigns, this spell is a fireball spell.
Jesus.
None of you dropped to 0. That's the important part.
What was the damage for the people who passed?
We'll find out because I'm going to roll it.
Oh, gotcha.
But here's the deal. Based off of the way that this works, if you drop to 0, stay at 1.
Okay.
2, 8, 12, 13, 16, 22, and last roll, 24 fire damage.
So I take half of that.
Correct.
Okay.
So would I take a quarter then?
Yes.
Okay. So I take 6.
Yep.
That did not feel good.
As
No, it did not.
Yeah. As everyone else sits there.
Why would they kill themselves?
Man, if only you listen to the story so you can find out. Yep. At this point, everyone sits there and falls unconscious. As you wake up, you all look around expecting for the bar itself to be completely blown to oblivion. But as you go out, other than blackened soot on everything, the bar itself remains unscathed, relatively unscathed. As you go around and come to consciousness, you find one individual running out of the bar. Yalo immediately goes searching through his bag, and you see him getting more and more concerned as he just begins to sit there and say things in his thick Gnomish accent that sound worried.
The fox. Watson the
Yeah.
fox. The boss is going to kill. Watson the fox.
Yeah. But right now, the battle appears to be over.
Because of the fire, I like put my hands to my face and make sure my mask is still there.
Yeah, it's still there. You sit there. You spend about a couple minutes trying to figure out if it was just the way you like it, but it was undamaged.
Okay. Nobody can see my face, right?
Not even you.
No, I'm asking that actually to everybody.
Oh, okay.
Still no.
So what was that?
Why were they after the little guy?
I don't know, but he's going to be paying for some of this damage.
Is that what they were after?
I think so. I don't know. They all kept trying to stab him.
They were just sending their regards, and I didn't like it.
They fucking stole it.
What did
Well,
they
they-
steal? What is it?
I got this. What is it?
It is a
See?
key. Bosses. There's a money hole.
It's a key to a safe?
Yes. It's usually safe.
Well, I searched the bodies. Is there anything on them?
Yeah, as you sit there and check in, you'll find 25 gold piece, 10 silver piece, 66 copper pieces.
And in the party inventory.
Yeah. You find a parchment on one of the Xanathar's guild agents that sits there and says simply, "The gnome's got the stone. The stone opens the vault. The money will be ours. Remove the gnome."
Yallo, who's your boss?
You know, the big guy, the gods, November.
Daggelt Neverember's your boss.
Yes.
How did...
Daggelt Neverember was going to come here?
It was a grand opening.
I do not know. I got note that says meet in bar. I send my regards, Delgot.
Why is everybody
I
saying
meet in bar.
Does Daggelt usually send his regards?
He sends lots of things.
Goddamn quarterlings.
Can I see that note?
Sure.
As you look at the note, it comes out and it seems almost like a well-crafted forgery.
I have that seal of Neverember that I bought. Does it match?
Not at all.
With being a thieving type, would I be able to take a look at it and confirm it's forged? And if so, by who?
Yeah, it does look forged. Even though the fact that sends his regards is an operative phrase and underlined multiple times. You've seen some of the other items here that makes it look like the Zentarum sent the note trying to lure him to this bar.
Yallo, I'm not saying that you were taken advantage of, but man, you were definitely taken advantage of.
You still got to pay your tab, by the way.
That
And
is
damage
tab.
to the bar.
We'll take it out of the stuff we found on these guys.
Another one out here is you find on Esmeralda's corpse a bag that has 100 gold piece. Yeah, 100. Yeah, 5 gemstones. Each of them look like they're worth 100 gold pieces each.
Wow.
It's ours now.
Well, it's certainly not Yallow's.
Community
Oh.
chest.
Yep.
I thank you all for me. I'm dead if I don't get that stone back.
Well,
You'll be in Lord Neverember's favor.
Isn't he dead or some shit at this point?
he's
His
deposed.
favorite.
Yeah, I figured dead at this point.
What?
Yellow, you do have intimate knowledge of this. Is that the stone of Galore opens up the lock in which to the safe that contains all the money he embezzled from Waterdeep.
Huh?
Yep.
Puzzle. Great word.
Yep.
The gnome's
It's-
talking to himself now. This is getting weird.
Yeah, it's also rumored that the contents of this vault is 1 million gold pieces.
I thought they were dragons.
They're both. It's just Waterdeep's moniker for gold pieces is a dragon.
They're gold pieces of dragons.
Yep.
Hmm. So, scales of a gold
Oh,
dragon?
well, since he is dead, then I will be very grateful. About 50 gold dragons for each of you.
What?
Ah,
So, keeping character and player knowledge together separate, I'm gonna go with. So wait, you work for Lord Daggelt Neverember, the asshole who embezzled money, who supposedly has a ton of it hidden somewhere, and you had the key to his vault.
yes.
And you never put all this together?
Did you ever consider?
Look, I never ask questions.
God.
Where did you get this stone from?
The Mr. Neverember.
He handed it to you personally?
Because I can make things look like other things.
Can you make?
I should have just stolen his stone when I had the chance.
I fucked up.
Can you take us to? Would you be able to take us to the person that gave you that key?
You just said he's dead.
How long
he's
have
not-
you had?
He's not dead yet. I think I know him. We are pen pals.
I think his kid actually owes us a favor.
Yellow, you are aware that he does have a son named Rainier Neverember, but the relationship is strained at best.
I was the son he never had. No, that's not true.
I'd expect you have been taller then.
That's why he never had him.
Yeah. All right. At this point, there's a couple of individuals from the City Watch. There's along with a member of the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors, Saith and Barnabas. They begin sitting there as like, oh yeah, there was the reports of a big disturbance here. Oh yeah, hey, Barnabas, we found it right here. Someone unleashed a fireball. Yeah, that sounds like it's your job. I'm gonna go home now. At this point, Barnabas comes in, looking through, and he sits here. He's like, "Excuse me. It appears that you guys have had quite an eventful day."
I say we clue this shit and make it look like all of the dead people are just really drunk.
Oh, the weekend at Bernie's. We've seen that all the time.
Just a typical opening day for a new tavern. You know, serve some drinks, set off a fireball.
Things
Yeah.
get a little rowdy, you know. We only
Hey,
damaged our own property.
I'd like to file complaints. They're serving bad beer.
Well,
We are a
If-
dive
if-
bar.
excuse me, little one. If I can sit there and just draw your attention to the sign, it sits there and says no fighting outside the fighting pit. Look at the craftsmanship of that sign. It is absolutely dire. Now you're telling me that a welcome establishment hires artisans like that to make signs?
I am like getting emotional because I was just called an artisan.
Look, there's a couple of questions I gotta ask you. Is first off, why the hell is there Xantarum agents and Xanathar's agents fighting inside your ball? Second of all, why are they all dead?
I killed them.
Not breathing.
Look,
Well,
normally
you
we're supposed to
see,
sit there and report this, but
Is
in my
that-
opinion, yeah, in my opinion, good riddance. Neither one of them do any good for the city anyway.
when you get shit-faced and you puke and you're laying on your back, you suffocate in your own puke. And, well,
Mhm.
turns out you die, and then somebody sets off a fireball, and you get turned into a roast beef.
Yeah. So, first off, I can't do this unless I have permission from the people in the establishment. Can you sit there and figure out who you think the leaders in this skirmish were? Because then we can sit there and cast this couple spells, talk to them for a little bit, figure out why the fuck they did the fuck they did.
I'm gonna guess these two.
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess
Vesh had a
the
rough
two with
time back there.
faces.
Yeah. All right. So, here's the deal. I'll sit here, cast a spell. I'll ask the first question, and then after that, you guys can ask up any follow-up ones. Just realize you get 2 questions per person. All right?
So
You
we
get 2
each
questions.
get 2 questions, or
Yeah,
the
we
dead
each get
people
2
only
questions?
get a total of 2 questions?
Look, each of you can ask 2 questions, but at a certain point, they're going to stop answering. All right?
Don't let Royal ask. He'll ask where the other drugs are going.
Hey, don't ask for anything stupid like how to read maps or anything like that. I can just teach you it myself. At this point, Barnabas comes in, puts his hand on the fallen person with the greatsword, sits here and goes, "All right, then. Here's what you need to know. My name's Barnabas. Yes, I brought you back for just a little bit. I'm here to have a conversation with you. First and foremost, why the fuck did you come here?" At this point, like a breathy sound just comes in and it goes, "The Stone of Galore was held by the gnome." Hey, gnome, is that true?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It was
all
a
right.
stone. I never asked its name.
Is
All right, cool.
Yallo a forest gnome or a rock gnome?
Forest.
Gonna say we could play this off if you were a rock gnome.
Why does it look like he just took off?
Yeah. Wait, where'd you end up
So-
going?
The key. So
Yellow, where'd you end up going?
He's off to the left side of the map.
oh,
Oh,
magic.
yeah, how'd you get over there?
D-step.
Good answer.
Go back to where you belong. All right. All right then. So there's my question. Anything you guys want to ask since this is your establishment and all?
Well, I think first and foremost, who hired you?
Worked for Xanathar. Dungeon below city.
So let's go clear out that rat's nest again.
Should we ask who they would have taken the Stone of Galar to if they recovered it?
Good point.
Where's the Stone of Galar going?
To open the vaults.
You
At
don't
this
know where
point,
the vault is? Oh.
at this point, you sit there, and as soon as Yallo gets the question out of his mouth, the person flops back down, seeming to resume their eternal rest. Barnabas comes to you and goes like, "Oh, don't worry, little one. That seemed like a good question to me. Let's just go ask the other one, all right? But remember, I got first one, all right?" He comes down, casts a spell again.
Before he asks it anything, I want to grab his mouth.
Grab Barnabas's mouth or the others?
Yep.
All right, he sits there and goes, "Well, dude, it was really inconvenient, you know.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Shh.
I
What
don't-
questions do we have?
Well, I mean, his first question is gonna be who do they work for? And I think that's, I mean, obviously it's the Zentarum, but we should probably double check and then find out
that
if
be
they
a
recovered the
waste?
Stone of Galar, that where they would have taken it, because somebody recovered the Stone of Galar.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just skip to the where are your people taking it?
Open the vault.
Is this guy a member of the city guard?
This one,
Probably.
yeah, the guy casting the spell is from the Order of Mages and Protectors.
Hmm.
So like a city mage.
Would I know? Are we currently obstructing justice?
I am justice.
He is the knight.
Where were you people taking the stone if they got it?
Erstal Floxen put out the order. Wanted it to not fall to Xanathar.
What was that name that he said?
Erstal Floxen.
Erstal Floxen.
Its spelling is coming up in the chat.
Though the issue is, well, never mind. That's player knowledge. Disregard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not of a cleric-y persuasion, so I would not know that. Well, I guess that being said, we should ask.
Ask if they found the vault.
I thought you knew where the vault was. You have the key for it.
I knew where the vault was.
Do
But
they
now
know
I
where
don't
the
have
vault?
a key for it.
Do they know where the vault is?
Not yet. Getting closer.
This is not what we agreed upon.
I never agreed to anything.
Sorry, Trix.
You are very accurate in that statement.
At this point, Royal, you feel a tongue just going up and down your fingers.
That's gotta taste horrible. Just
It does. We regret this decision.
you might want to go see a cleric after that, man.
When was the last time you washed this?
Right now.
I I'm going to let go and just sort of act like nothing happened. And then I'm going to start licking the back of my hands.
At this point, Barnabas sits there and asks, "All right, then, with my last question, if the Stone of Glor is not here, how the hell did it get out?" And the person just sits there, goes, looks, with sort of a 1,000-yard stare, and just goes, "Nimble right," and boom, falls right back down onto the ground. And he sits there. It's like, "All right, nimble rights. This is well, this is a load of work." So where do we go from here?
You go see a
What is-
cleric.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think I just got a tongue infection.
What is nimble rights?
You ain't heard of a nimble right before?
I don't.
I don't
Yes.
think so.
But tell me what you think it is.
All right, so you guys have heard of Warforged before, right? Those big old honking pieces of metal that sit there and fight things, but they can't really form an original thought of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this is kind of like their more wiry, even more silent brethren.
It's a Tangela.
Yeah, sure, it's like that, but it's what it is. So they
Can
must. Yeah, they must have sat there, brought on the robot once they cleaned up everybody around, grabbed the stone, and then the robot just went boop boop boop. I'm going on my way.
So we're hunting down a Nimblewright, possibly, that is going to Erstal, Foxen.
Yeah, I put that together too. Don't worry, I follow you.
Or we're going after the Xanthar's fuckwits, which best we know is they're back in their little hidey hole in the sewers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can sit there and ask some people where like safe houses is for the Zentarum. But hey, if you do end up going after the Nimblewright, there is a place called the Hall of Exemplary Inventions. Hall of Exemplary Inventions. I didn't come up with the name for it. Seems kind of bullshit in my mind. But they end up having a lot of inventions there. They might be able to sit there and help you with some Nimblewright detectors. Because some of them, if you get the right kind of illusion mage, you can sit there and make them look like people.
Could they make people look like other things?
Well, gee, I don't know. Why don't you ask an illusionist?
And we all stare at Yallo.
I'm looking at Vash though.
Just look around like. "Oh."
I transform. I'm gonna use. Oh shit! I only have alter self. Damn it! I'm gonna use alter self on myself to turn myself into a kitty man.
Yeah, see, right there. Did tricks. Now, if I remember correctly, you're supposed to give him money after he does that.
He still owes us for blowing up the bar.
We're even now.
Can you spot me?
All right, so look, I'm sorry. I feel like I've taken up enough of your time. So I'm going to go and sit here, file the report. Don't worry about anything legal coming down on you guys. It's not your fault that people ruined your opening night. But with that, we'll go ahead and take a break. And we'll resume play at 6:20.
Woohoo!
How long are we
Jay?
playing for?
Oh. I'm sorry if if some of the stuff I made up was bullshit, but I felt like it was true-ish.
No, you're good.
Based on what we talked about, everything I said was true.
I would have corrected you if you said something that was openly bullshit.
That's what I figured. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was just going with it. I was answering it to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
What was your question, Uncle Sean? How long are we playing?
Yeah.
Jay, how much more stuff do you have prepared?
I mean, we've got the Hall of Exemplary Inventions, as well as, I mean, I can easily find another hour if we need it. Although if we need to disband now so I can sit there and make more maps, that'd be great too, because the maps that I took, I can't put into Roll20.
Why not?
The
Well,
file's too big.
it's up to you guys, but I noticed that setup I got right now really sucks the battery out of this iPad. And I don't have a power cord long enough.
I mean, we got a pretty good fight in. We kind of set up the main plot of the story. I'm cool with us putting a pin in it for next week.
Anyone?
I mean, I'd prefer to keep playing.
Okay. It wasn't that
Yeah, I
hard.
could keep going.
Okay. Then let me use the bathroom and get another beer, and I'll be back.
All right. I'll play until this thing dies.
Are you able to like move?
I have
so
an
that you can
extension
play?
cord.
I don't have one short. I have one that's kind of long enough, but with the keyboard attached, I can't use it.
Mm.
It doesn't fit in there. And
Well-
the one that I had that fits in there is dinky, so I have to make a run to Walmart.
Since we're on a break right now, why don't you plug it in, get some charge in it, and then when we come back, you can plug the keyboard back in.
Well, that's actually a pain in the ass too. Actually, I could just do this. I mean, why did that constable sound like Cliff Clavin?
right, I'll be right back myself.
I've been watching Cheers on Netflix. All right, this works. I could sit up here and do this and roll my dice elsewhere. The hell just went on? Why does my Xbox pop on for no reason? Why does it burn when I pee? Yeah, I tell you, might be going to Europe.
I think I heard something about that Bear or that NFL football game that's going on.
Yeah. Still waiting on it. Mike's in Ireland right now. Still waiting on him to figure that out.
Oh, by the way, something I forgot to mention. I don't know if the Treasury Master's here. For opening night, you guys did gain 110 gold from operations.
Said 110.
Yep, 110.
Okay. And I didn't catch what we got from the dudes on the ground.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't write down what was going on, so I'll have to check
That's
the stream
fine.
and get back to you.
It's not that much, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So, Corey, any idea why I wouldn't be able to get video on this thing?
All right. Well, in other news today, guys, I beat Persona 5, and it only took me 96 hours to do it.
What's Persona 5?
I hope that's a lot or a little.
It takes
That's-
96 hours.
Yeah. Well, considering that the fastest speed run of the first playthrough took what did I say, Corey? Was it 16 hours? Yeah. It's crazy. But to answer the earlier question, Persona 5 is a PS4 exclusive RPG that single playthrough on average takes 100 hours to finish.
So you're faster than average.
Either that or I just sat there and skipped portions of the game that most people count. Because there's 7 different ways that the game can end. Hold up. 9 different ways the game could end.
Ba-da-boo.
Yep. All right, I heard Nicodemus. I heard Royal. Varm, you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sweet deal. All right. as we come back, we got a couple of leads. Is looking for Nimblewright, or for finding out where Erstal Floxen went.
We could ask Dowell Starstrong if he knows where we could find Erstal Floxen.
Well, let's ask our resident voice of reason, Varm. What are your opinions on the subject?
I was actually just going to roll a foresighter, see what happened.
That works.
See, foresight.
That just blew
Either
my
way,
mind.
sounds, about the same as either one. So
Yeah.
By the way, Varm, you clearly are going to know how to use this in a way that I do not. And I hand him that poison pistol.
All right, very cool. Varm, I'll sit there and I'll write you the special,
okay.
along with the books that I promised I was going to do 2 weeks ago and never.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
All right. So, what
I-
conclusion
I
has our...
I look at Royal and I go, "Hey, thanks, guy. I might just save your life one time for that."
Yes.
Which, I mean, in terms of Varm's friendship levels, this is about the most that anyone's ever seen.
So, what has the voice of reason decided we are doing?
Oh, you actually weren't going to wait for me? Oh,
Yep.
all right. It's a 2, so the first one.
I like how our voice of reason is chance.
Yep. So,
All right,
first
so
one-
searching for the Nimblewright. You remember that Barnabas Blastwind, sits there and refers you to the Hall of Exemplary Invention as a way to find devices that can help you track down Nimblewrights.
I want to go there.
Do we know where that is?
Yeah, it's a large store, so like you don't need directions or anywhere. Is that
Just follow your nose.
All
yeah.
right, guys, we're going to Home Depot. Let's hit the road.
Now, does us falling unconscious count as a long rest?
This is the next day, so yes.
So we long rested. Cool.
Yeah.
I think this is more like going to a Radio Shack.
It's more of a circuit city.
Hey, I work there.
Still do. You still do?
Yes. The one
I
in
thought they
Canada.
were all closed.
There's one circuit city I found in Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it was open. I just found it.
The voice of reason has spoken.
All right. So after all you losers hopped in and went to Radio Shack, you find that you go to the Hall of Exemplary Inventions, which is inside the Temple of Gond. As you come in, you find 24 marble pedestals. Each one bears a prize-winning invention or miniature model of some other extraordinary creation. There's like a handful of like really ridiculous ones. One that stands out for Royal is a functional waking helmet, and it's equipped with small articulated metal arms and hands that, when it notices that you are about to fall asleep, slap the wearer awake.
This sounds
Yeah.
like a great torture device. Where can I get one of these?
Right here at the Hall of Exemplary Inventions. Yep.
So you can never sleep if you wear this.
Yeah. There's a miniature model of a red submarine shaped like a manta ray and has a brass plate affixed to the pedestal that reads the Scarlet Marpenoth. Latinese submersible launched in 1489 DR.
Sunk in 1489 DR.
Although it appears that none of these are for sale, at a certain point you find a dragonborn priest that comes forward and comes in and he's like, hello. Welcome to the Hall of Exemplary Inventions, part of the Temple of God. What can I help you guys out today with?
Do you make a mask that can never be removed?
He puts his hand, he puts his meaty claw right on your shoulder and goes, buddy, for you, we can make damn near anything.
Is that a yes?
What
Let
if
me
he
ask
wants
you-
to be a real boy?
Let me ask you a question. What's your name, first of all?
Vash the Stampede.
Well, Vash, my name's Valletta. I don't do much stampeding. But let me ask you a question. How important is breathing to you?
I could take it or leave it.
Then we can make a mask that will never come off.
I'm gonna call you Velveeta.
And you are?
Vash the Stampede.
All right. First off, by show of hands, who here is not named Vash the Stampede?
I raise my hand.
All right. What do you guys want so I can get you the fuck out of here?
So we hear that you might sell a device for trying to find a nimble right.
Yeah, but let me try this new psychic device I have. Is your name also Vash the Stampede?
Actually, yeah.
Where did
Fuck
you
you.
get that?
Fuck you.
No, but my name's actually Vash the Stampede.
And my name's actually... Look, I can't even come up with a fake name because I don't believe that's...
Told you, Velveeta.
All right. What do you guys want?
He
Nimble
just
rod
told
detector.
The guy that just said his name was Vash, that is Vash. The other guy, he's just goofing.
All right. Let's see here. As I'm reading the book, because I'm trying to... There's a lot of information here.
Or in the terms of somebody else, I'm Blue Vash.
You blue Vash?
Blue Vash.
Oh,
Hey, one word for you, and it is Navy.
Characters.
That is a shade of blue, yeah.
Yep. And also a wonderful excuse.
Look, shopkeep, I came here to buy the MacGuffin, so give me the MacGuffin.
At this point,
I want the Megger. Give me the Megger.
yeah, Valletta comes in and goes like, yeah, we can get this to you, and points to actually another Nimblewright and just comes here. The Nimblewright sits there, can't speak, but it has a number of different hand gestures that it makes. Valletta just goes, look, I know most people don't like Nimblewrights, and selling this is not going to be a good thing, but it's either we sell this or we have no place to stay. So why don't you just try not pissing me off and don't piss them off and just get the damn detector?
I whisper to Royal and go, this guy's the Nimble Rot detector. See, it came over when he motioned.
Yeah, and then the Nimblewright comes in. This one's a very plainly obvious Nimblewright. And you see small amounts of arcing electricity going through the exposed parts of its carapace. As it gives you an item that looks approximately like this. And it has like a dead man switch to it.
Or do we stick it to make it work?
I did not hear what you said, Yellow.
Where do we stick it to make it work?
You need a dead man first.
Aha.
I know
We
we're
got
I know
plenty
we're a
of-
mature stream, but come on, guys. Yep.
Prison wallet.
I knew it was coming.
Mike, how many weeks are you gonna make that joke?
Till I'm bored of it.
Oh, please be bored of it now.
I give it another 6 to 12 years.
I hate the fact that you're right.
Yep.
So we
Considering
can
he's
just
still making Invader Zim jokes.
we can just take this then.
I mean, we can lease it out to you. We can sell it to you. Let's talk terms.
Terms. Sounds like if you don't give this to us and we figure it out, that you're out of a home.
If we don't give them money, they're not gonna have a home too.
Come on, man. I worked on this.
I will give you 3 copper.
How much do you want?
I mean, I was hoping somewhere closer to 40 gold, but
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 this
you'll
is when
take
you make a
10.
counteroffer.
oh,
But you'll take 10.
I'll take 10 with another 25 on top of it.
and what about if we then take 10 of that back again?
Like
All right, we're getting
gold.
way too much numbers here. 35 gold pieces.
What if we gave you
23.
34 gold pieces.
24.
What if I gave you this very special handcrafted dagger?
Well, it depends on the dagger. Let me take a look at it.
I just hand him one of the very plain daggers I've taken off of a dead body.
Yeah,
Minor
how about
illusion to make it glow.
I've got another one right here.
let me ask you a question. Why does this look like it's a murder weapon?
That's what daggers are?
What if I give you a short sword, 3 daggers? I'll keep that. Yeah, short sword and 3 daggers and some gold.
Gold? Did we just take off those dead thing people? Do we not have 40 gold?
I'm trying to unload useless things in my inventory.
Smart.
For a profit.
Do you also
This-
happen to sell like other things?
Yeah. We've got a whole bunch of other things. We've got adjustable stilts. Yeah. And they can increase your height anywhere from 2 to 5 feet. We've got a backpack parachute.
Oh, I need that. Wait, don't let him know that. I might be interested in that, as kind of a throw in.
As he mentions both of those, I just motion to the wings on my back.
And then finally, we've got a barking box.
That I just motion to Royal.
Oh, and a matchless pipe. Just imagine if you've always wanted to look really fancy, but you don't want to carry all those matches with you. Say no more.
What's it look like?
Is it always lit?
It's a switch made of flint is built into the bowl of this fine wooden smoking pipe. With a few flicks of that switch, just by going up and down, the pipe will light itself.
I want that and the backpack.
All right, so if you want to go through all of those,
But again, these are just throw-ins, just so we give you the 40 gold.
each of those costs 50 gold each.
You have some pricey merchandise.
Are exemplary.
Well, tell me, where else can you find this backpack parachute?
My house.
I don't know.
Then-
Probably Neverwinter somewhere.
Good luck going there then.
Is everybody okay with spending company money on any of this?
I mean, this is a company expense.
I wanted to unload 18 gold's worth of garbage.
It's a tax write-off, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, we're getting too real.
Uh,
Dang it, do I need to invite an accountant into this game?
Yep.
70 gold for the thing we actually wanted and the parachute.
How about 80 gold? And I'll throw in the matchless pipe as well.
I look expectantly around.
You really need
Yeah.
the backpack?
Let's do it.
Gravity's scary.
I mean, look, if Jay's going to give Scott a backpack with a parachute in it, Scott's going to find something to jump off of, I promise.
And it's
there's
probably
accurate.
going to be the roof.
Yeah.
There's your 80
All
gold.
right. So you guys have the nimble right detector, a backpack parachute, and then the matchless pipe. Scott, for your backpack parachute, you can use this as a reaction while falling or as an action otherwise. The parachute requires at least a 10-foot cube of unoccupied space in which to deploy. And it sits there and opens over the course of 60 feet while falling. If it has sufficient time and space to deploy properly, all fall damage is negated. Once used, the parachute takes 10 minutes in order to repack.
Okay.
It's a reusable commodity.
I think
Yeah.
we need to start one of those flexible spending accounts for medical expenses we are about to incur.
Yep. Remember the number one cause of falling deaths is use of parachute. Let's see here. Nimble right detector. It has an umbrella-like protrusion on one end, and while you hold the dead man's switch, it allows you to detect magic in order to find individuals that are living due to arcane forces. It can go out to 500 feet, and the umbrella will spin, whir, and click, pointing towards the direction of the nimble right.
So we have to get 500. What if there's multiple nimble rights in the area?
Look,
Well, that's
It's gonna
that's a
explode,
complication
isn't
for
it?
later on.
Let's just take our Ghostbusters toy and get the hell out of here, all right?
Yeah, whatever Jonah Hex said.
Say we give Varm the matchless pipe.
he looks scarily distinguished.
I will fuck you up and look amazing doing it the entire time. Like one of those old English pugilists.
Yeah. You know what they always say about smoking around black powder? It's a great idea.
Goes off with a bang. What?
Yep. It's an explosively good time.
It helps you treat women with respect, just like Mr. Torg.
All right, well, let's get 500 feet away from this place so our nimble right detector doesn't explode, and start perusing the city.
All right.
Hunt time.
So there's a number of ways in which you can conduct this search. Is you guys can go ward by ward. You guys can make targeted searches. So let me get us onto the world map. You guys could also rent flying griffins to sit there and swoop over wards to see if you can speed up the search. However, renting one is 20 gold a day.
But it's a flying griffin. Come on, guys.
But I have wings.
So you don't need one.
And I have a parachute.
I'm saying I could expedite the process by flying over the wards in 500-foot passes if we wanted to do that. But I would recommend starting at known Zentarum hideouts.
Yeah. While you sit there and say that there's some counter goes like, huh, look at this asshole. He thinks he's as fast as a griffin. Huh. This fucker thinks he can fly.
Pop the wings out.
So wait,
Okay, my second point's refuted, but the first one still stands.
what do we think the connection between the nimble rights and the Zentarum are again?
Dead guy told us.
Yeah,
Is that a nimble right was hired to steal the Stone of Glore.
that's how it got out of there, but everybody died.
Yep.
Got it.
Do you got a picture of what a nimble right even looks like?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna guess it looks like a sprig from Skyrim.
That's actually closer to what it looks like. So here is what a nimble right looks like. And if you look into the face,
It looks like a musketeer.
yeah, so that one's all metal.
What am I
As you
looking
come
at?
through,
I don't
and
see
there's
nothing.
the comparison.
Okay.
Are you able to have the cameras up on the iPad?
No, I haven't figured that out. So
Okay.
Let me do it.
That would explain then why what Jay's doing is not.
What book is it?
It's like a metal musketeer.
It's from the Waterdeep Dragon Heist book.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually look at that on D&D and Beyond, right?
Well, let me just throw it on the Discord, and we'll be fine.
I have been spelling it wrong.
I missed a double W.
Yeah, but what if spelling actually mattered in D&D?
Well, at first I thought you were saying Nimbo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I mean, well, we've intentionally misnamed everything else in the campaign. Now we're worried about saying it right.
This is a shoe. My kid is getting into buying shoes and selling them, and somehow he's on Discord too, and I keep getting his shit.
I thought you were saying that a Nimblewright is a shoe because we were talking about
That's
missing.
This is all his stuff. How do I get out of his thing? Damn it!
I couldn't tell you.
This will be absolutely amazing
No, I
if
think
Nimblewrights could become into like a Megazord.
Can I have a character flaw that is I think Nibblewrights look like shoes?
So.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
I see it now. He looks like a little musketeer. He's kind of like an Iron Man thing looking.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we want to go the Griffin route? Go to known Zentarum locations? Or do we just want to aimlessly walk?
I think probably known Zentarum locations is a decent start.
Agreed.
That makes sense.
All right. So next up, as you guys go through this, as you go through here, you check the North Ward, and you find this place known as Growlhund Villa. And as you sit there and check on the second day of your search on the Griffin, and you hit the dead man switch on the Nimblewright detector, it is spinning hard and constantly pointing as you circle around the villa. And as soon as you sit there triangulate a little bit, you're pretty confident that there is a Nimblewright in Growlhund Villa.
What do we know of Growlhund Villa?
I'm glad that you asked. Growlhund Villa is the home of Yala Growlhund and Lady Growlhund, his wife. They are sort of secret members of the Zentarum. No, like they don't have an official part there, but they do hide individuals who end up going on missions for the Zentarum in town. Yep. There we go.
Okay, what does the villa physically look like?
That would require a map that could actually go into the game. But it is, yeah. So if that's the case, right here, if there's anything aside from the main quest that you'd like to do for today, any shopping, otherwise, any items, or any questions about items that you have, let's go ahead and save this now, because without the map, it's going to be very difficult to proceed.
We made the right choice, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would take this time to kind of explain what I know about the stone.
All right. Go ahead and start, and I'll supplement just to help everybody get to the same level of understanding.
I'm gonna do it in voice just so it makes, because it's kind of important information, I guess. Whoever's in possession of the stone, while they're in possession of the stone, if you know the location, as soon as you lose possession of the stone, you lose all knowledge you have of the vault. It was a safety measure that Neverember put in.
The safety measure is that Neverember never actually held onto the stone.
Yeah. So
that he could know where the vault was, and whoever had it, the stone would search your mind and erase any memory of the vault. So that even if you had the stone, it's not like you could use it. You needed somebody. Yeah, you needed Neverember to be there in order to sit there and find the location.
Since
yeah.
I gave up the stone and Neverember's dead, I really have no clue how to get to the.
Neverember's not dead.
Does Yellow believe he's dead though?
100% apparently.
There you go.
I'm so convincing, even without rolling.
Right?
I didn't see a
Well, I
roll
was
was
drunk at the
necessary,
time.
but apparently I was wrong.
Yeah.
So we know
drunk
the
at the
G
time,
stands for
so.
gullible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, Grumpkins, but.
So we are now clued into the fact that Yallo doesn't know a single thing about this vault. He knows the stone's important, doesn't know where it's gone. We got
I
our
know the
asses
stone's the
handed.
keys. It didn't erase that memory. So I know that much. But that's about it.
Other things to know is that based off of the fight that you had at the beginning of the session, both the Zentarum and Xanathar's guild appear to have caused a harm. Yallo.
So, if the Zentarum, which we figure are the ones who had the, have taken the stone, then they would know that Yallo has no reason to be assaulted anymore because he doesn't have the stone. So I think we just have to worry about Xanthar.
Okay.
I think
Any
that
other
there's
questions so far?
sense to that.
I don't have any more questions at the moment.
Cool.
Hmm.
All right. Any shopping that you want to get done?
Well, I currently only have 20 gold because that guy didn't want to buy my shit.
The party has a lot of gold.
I can't think of anything essentially off the top of my head right now that I would need.
No. Any parachutes that you want to try?
How high do I have to be?
It takes 60 feet of falling in order to open it fully.
How much can Damros carry while he's flying?
How tall is... Oh, that's a good question. I was going to say, how tall is our building?
That one's about 55 feet, unfortunately.
So, sprained ankle realm right there.
I want to, like, just stand up all the way at the top and, like, kind of inch over the edge, you know, like you're trying to decide if you have the courage to actually go through with jumping off.
Uh-huh. So you're Teddy Buckling it.
I don't know what that is.
The lawyer from Scrubs.
Yes.
Buckland?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I'm doing that, except not depressing.
Any of us see this? We all watching?
Oh, I'm watching.
A jump chant going?
How high can I jump?
It depends on the form you use. If you try to go for like a high jump form, you could probably get to 5 feet.
And there's a I don't remember, jumping's in the player's handbook. It's based off of your strength score, not even your modifier.
Own a ladder?
I'm gonna.
I could probably just fly him up and drop him.
That's the easy way.
But that's a whole
can
new
jump
battle
3
strategy to try.
3+ strength modifier. Oh yeah. Do I have 10 feet to move?
Yes.
On the roof. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna run like 10 feet or so and jump as high as I can as I get off the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And then pop the parachute.
All right. As you sit there and go through, there is a mixed reaction of people with their mouths agape and Yallo just going, yeah, he did it. And they sit. Yeah, you sit there, and you really wish that you realized where the ripcord was originally, and it takes you a couple seconds longer than you think, but you pull it out, and it comes up, and it extends out, and you feel it just begin to jerk you up right before you hit the ground. Like, we're talking a mere inches to spare. It's uncomfortable. You landed flat on your stomach. You probably have scrapes everywhere, but you did not take damage.
The groin pinch.
And slowly but surely, the parachute falls down on top of you.
Best 40 gold I ever spent.
Shaking my head and walking back inside.
And then,
Excuse
as
me.
I,
Hey, mate, you okay? You dead?
you tell me. And
Oh
I
my
take
god,
out,
it's not dead.
and I take out the matchless pipe and light it up.
And if I use prestidigitation to start playing, there goes my hero.
Just
jeez.
fucking everybody take inspiration.
And that's why they call him Vash Stampede.
And that's where we'll end this week's session.